Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting installment of Spin the Jolt. I'm sorry we've been gone for a while. Some of our staff, which don't exist, were taking a vacation. But now they're back. Let's kick it off with an extra special episode. Today we shall be only doing ball blasters, which will range from rival, which we don't have because we're poor, ballistic balls, and or obscure ammo. Starting from the top, going all the way around, here are contestants. Sorry, pardon my grammar. First off, we have this stereotypical popper from Rite Aid, I think? Yeah, my producer said it's Rite Aid. Next, we have the Nerf Reactor. Second series of it, at least, which is the same thing except different colors. Next, we have the Nerf Buzzsaw. Second series, which is the same thing as the original but different colors. And last but not least, we have the Koosh. It's still made by Hasbro, but Nerf they didn't want to put in the Nerf line. So the Koosh Hawkeye Bow. Okay, now let's let this jolt decide the fates of what you're about to watch. Reactor it is! Hey guys, Josh here. My leg is cramping up. That's besides the point. Today if you didn't watch the beginning, we are doing a review on the Nerf Reactor. This blaster had its debut in 2003 in the... what line was it? It was the Atom Blasters line. But was later re-released in the Action Blasters line, which is this color scheme. The Atom Blasters line had a different color scheme. I forget what the color scheme actually was. Probably, I think it was green or something, I don't know. And it would have the old Nerf logo, not the one that we know and love. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, this thing is a popper blaster. What is a popper? It's a blaster where you hold balls and has a spring and something right here and some sort of seal. Basically, you would put a ball in like this and fill up. On this case, it goes to 6 balls, and you would have it like this. You would pull it back and then pull forward as far as you can, and it will push the ball out at varying speeds. Now that we really got all that out of the way, let's get to the range tests. Okay, so it is nighttime. Plus, this thing doesn't get long range, so I'm going to leave the camera here. I'm going to go to the other end of the garage, and I will fire this thing. You don't really need to really measure range with this. I just need to show you what it looks like. What it really does while I'm firing. You can get the general gist. On the other end, and first we're starting off with 3 of the yellow Nerf balls that came with stuff like the PULSATOR. Okay. Okay, number 2. Sometimes they don't always fire as far as they could. Number 3. Number 3. The yellow balls, they don't work as well because they're slightly bigger than the originals. And now we are going to the ballistic balls that came with this. Like, didn't come with this specific one, but the ones that came with this. Okay, the more modern day. Okay. They fire a lot better. They will hit the garage door most of the time. With wearing out and age, this thing doesn't work as well as you can see there's some consistency issues. I don't know if that's because the seal's going bad now, or if it's age, or if it's just because it's what it is. Because it does have a bad seal. It does, unlike that popper I bought at the Rite Aid. This thing does not have an O-ring like system. It's kind of like more likely to weaken. So yeah, you get the general gist of the range. Now it's time to tell you how this would work in a loadout and if you should use it. Okay, so now that you could see it's not the best, let's see how can you use this. Well, there's only really one use, and that is like in a war, and that would be for like in HVZ it could be a special weapon. Like this could be for special infected and stuff. In regular wars, this thing is good for, well, probably a shield breaker, a really quick shield breaker from real close. Like if instead of, because some wars they have mega missiles or shield breakers. I mean, not mega, yeah, some have mega missiles, not mega missiles, mega darts, and some demolisher missiles are shield breakers. This probably would count as a demolisher missile. Demolisher missiles don't go far anyway, so if you don't have them, this is always good. And it has a sling plate. They surprisingly put a sling plate on this, so it can hang on your belt. Would I really use this? No. Unless it's like another unorthodox loadout, I would not really use it. Like, it's a really cool blaster. It's like one of the earlier poppers. Maybe not that I can think of. There is earlier poppers, but this one was kind of early. 2003. That was before the Hog Wild stuff. That was before a lot of the poppers of our day. So yeah, I don't recommend this, but if you don't have one, especially like if you don't have one and you see one at Goodwill, especially if it's an original, I'd recommend getting it. They're really cool. They're fun to goof around with. And you can always try to find some. You can always try to implement it. I just personally don't want to implement it into my loadouts. I can't really find a place in a loadout. Okay, so now real quick before we end the video, time to give some hints. As you can see, it is near Christmas. And what does Christmas mean for someone that is young and still lives with their parents, or any guardian kind of thing? Well, it means I still get gifts, and I am very grateful for them. And I don't always expect gifts, but my grandparents, no matter what, they're going to get me, try to give me the best stuff. I actually had to try to limit them. Like, just to make my grandmother happy, I put on the list I sent to my grandfather the caliber. But when my grandfather called me up, like, because he wanted help because he doesn't know those websites well. He only really knows Amazon. I just told him that was there just satisfy my grandmother, because she likes me playing everything, and I wouldn't. And also, I put something from Toys R Us. I put Sledgefire, which I can save up for another day. That I put on there. I'm just thinking maybe Pappy might say that, hey, sorry, my grandfather, sorry, I just called him my Pappy, might say, hey, yeah, he put stuff on there, but I decided not to get him. Which the 6 things I am getting, yes, I'm getting 6. Well, disclaimer, it seems like I don't know how to count, because I said 6 things, and it's more than that, sorry. Yeah. Ignore my lack of mathematical skills. Carry on. But here's the thing. two go together. You can't really use one without the other unless you have another one of the things. And two just go good together. And then we got two more things. Well, it's actually four, but they're together and they're all the same thing, which might give a hint of what it is. And there's actually a couple extras. There is a hammer shot in there. Yes, I'll say hammer shot. I might be getting it just tomorrow because it was a quick pickup today because I wanted to get one because I wanted a stock hammer shot. There you go, there's some hints. But also, I got another thing that's a blaster out of stores. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's something that I wasn't expecting to see at a Sam's Club. Check your local Sam's Club. You might see it. It is actually really cool. Really good price. It's the original version of it that wasn't branded actually is a good blaster, but is kind of hard to find and pretty pricey now because it's hard to find. But hopefully this will give you some hints. Yeah, that's it. All I gotta say. So I also am going to get stuff with my mom, because she's not as fond into the Nerf thing, because she's not a big fan of that kind of stuff. It's not that she don't like me doing Nerf, it's just she's not a big fan of that kind of stuff. So it's okay. She's okay with me doing Nerf. Don't think, oh no, she doesn't like my Nerf hobby. She's okay with it. Just that's why I don't bring it down there. She doesn't like it around the house or anything. So I did ask for some things, some materials, but only a couple materials. Nothing that's actually big, but some good materials. Some basics. Okay, and also I'm getting a bunch of patches. A bunch of patches for my vest, and they are going to be so sick. Or maybe a couple patches. And I'm going to be hopefully getting some shirts. And there's one thing that it's not going to come around Christmas, but if I do get it, it will be a Christmas thing. But it just won't come around Christmas. It'll be a cool thing. You might have seen it recently, the first one of them coming out. But whatever, I will see you guys. This is getting extremely long. See you guys later.